everybody. I'm Robert Earl and welcome to my new channel, The Desert Chef. You know, it's hard to believe, but I've been cooking for 57 years. When I was 5 years old, I remember we used to have Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinners in little boxes. They still make them, they're still out there. But that's what I would have for lunch. And we would, my older brother would come and he would make it at first, and then one day he wasn't there and I wanted it. I remember I was 5 years old and I pulled a chair up to the stove and I made my first meal, which was Chef Boyardee boxed spaghetti dinner. And I've been cooking ever since, and it's become a, I hate to say passion and I hate to say hobby. It's a stress reliever for me. And I really, truly enjoy it, and I've developed a lot of techniques over the years. I've learned a lot of things over the years, and I've traveled a bit, not as much as some people, but we've traveled to Canada, throughout Mexico, and through Southeast Asia, including Japan. So my cooking has all those influences in it, particularly Japan and Asian. A lot of it is fusion. So I want to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do here on the channel, and hopefully it'll get your interest enough that you'll come back and watch some of it. So here we are in our outdoor kitchen. Now, we live off the grid in far west Texas, about 30 miles north of Big Bend National Park. When I say off the grid, that means we develop all our own power here. The electricity, you might even in the background hear our wind turbines wind up. In some of the videos they're going right now. I hear it, I don't know if you can. We have solar panels right above you. This whole patio is solar panels. We collect all our own rainwater. We process our own sewage. We are a working poultry farm. We have 3 kinds of chickens and 2 species of ducks that we raise for meat and for eggs. And we're in the process of building a greenhouse where we'll grow a lot of our own vegetables. So the goal is, of course, self-sufficiency, or being unplugged is a new yuppie term. But at any rate, we're out here. I learned in Southeast Asia that because it's so hot, people have outdoor kitchens. They do all their cooking outdoors so they don't heat up the house. And I liked the idea so much when I was in Singapore that I designed this kitchen behind us and built this kitchen specifically so that I would have my outdoor kitchen just like in Singapore. I called it the Singapore kitchen. So we're going to do all of our cooking out here in the Singapore kitchen. We might have guests from time to time. I'll show you in a minute what I call my peanut gallery over here. You're sitting right now on a tripod on our big picnic table. And I have plenty of room to cook here. I have a lot of different appliances and a lot of different cooking utensils, but nothing that's too out of the ordinary. Nothing that you really wouldn't have. But we'll cover all that in each video. I've got lots of stories to tell about where I learned how to cook what or where it came from. Some of it will be interesting, some of it won't. I might mix a tiny bit of politics in, and if I do and you don't like it, just tune it out, because I won't get too involved in that. And we're going to cook simple things. And when I say simple, you might not think it's simple when I'm showing you we have to make our own noodles or we have to make our own homemade bread. But these are the things we need to get back to. These are the things that make cooking cooking. When you take a Michelini dinner out, which I love Michelini dinners, but when you take one out, put it in the microwave, bring it back out, feed it to your family or to yourself, that's not cooking. That's heating something that somebody else cooked and you have no control over the ingredients that went in there or the techniques and the processes used. I want to show you how to do that for half the money, twice the food, and 3 times the nutrition. It's easy. It's very easy. There's been a shift in America over the last 40 years where people have gotten away from cooking. We've gotten all plugged into our little laptops and our smart-ass phones. And so we're all sitting now looking at this and doing all this stuff and not looking at each other. And we're going for fast food. The average American spends about 15% of their budget on food. The average Japanese, who eats out almost every night, spends 40% of their income on food. Just take your paycheck and divide that 40% out and you get an idea how much money they spend eating out. But they do often sit down and have meals, and when they do, they're scratch meals, just like we're going to do here. Simple, tasty, wonderful meals. I'm going to show you how to unplug yourself and your family, gather around, cook, Talk about the day, talk about life, talk about politics, your particular politics, talk about sports, talk about anything. But do something in the kitchen. Cooking is a lost art, or we're losing the art, I should say. And it's a shame because cooking is what we depend on to live. If we don't cook, we don't eat. Or if somebody doesn't cook, we don't eat. So, this series is going to show you basic techniques using basic ingredients. You'll have to buy a few things. You'll have to keep a pad and paper handy because I'm not a real good editor and I don't know how to put on the screen the things you need. Keep a pad and paper handy. I'm going to try to do a PDF file on every recipe we do so that you can download it to that. I'll tell you that in the videos with the cooking. So, that gives you an idea of where we're going, what we're doing out here. I hope you like it. The first ingredient's always going to be to lubricate the chef liberally with wine. So that's something that's very important. And if you don't like wine, well, just lubricate yourself liberally with grapefruit juice, orange juice, or Coca-Cola. But let's have some fun. Let's do some cooking. And let's rediscover how to cook together. I'll see you in the next video.